So today I'm going to be giving you a tour of the campus of the University of Michigan. So I am a proud University of Michigan alum, so I'm very excited to be showing you my campus and Ann Arbor today. So today we're starting in the Diag, which is the hub of everything. So the most iconic part of the Diag is of course the Block M. So there's a lot of tradition and history that comes with the Block M. So the most important thing to know if you go here or are visiting is to not step on the Block M. There is a curse that goes with it. If you step on it, if you touch it, it is said that you will fail your first Blue Book exam, so definitely don't do that. Years ago, it was told that if you stepped on it and then you ran at midnight all the way from here to the bell tower behind me, you would break the curse if you got there by the 12th chime. Unfortunately, the clock doesn't chime to 12 anymore, so you're a little bit stuck, so just don't step on it. So like I said, this is the hub of everything on campus. A ton of school buildings are around me. During the spring and summer, students will hang out in the grass, they'll read and study, they'll slackline, they'll feed the squirrels. It's all very exciting. Students will hand out flyers and try to recruit people to their clubs. So I'll show you some of the buildings that are around me. So behind me here is the chemistry building. They're redoing it right now. There's always a lot of construction and revitalizing on campus. And then this way, there's the data science building. You have down that way, we'll go there in a second, but you have the Shapiro Undergraduate Library, or the UGLI. The Hatcher Graduate Library is here. And then Mason Hall is right here, where there's a ton of classes and meetings for clubs. So let's go that way and we'll go see the UGLI and some other fun things on the Diag. So here we are down on this side of the Diag. We are just over there. So this is the Shapiro Undergraduate Library, affectionately known as the UGLI, because it used to look very ugly before they redid it several years ago. Now it's very beautiful inside. It's open 24 hours a day for students to study in. There's a cafe where you can get coffee. So if you are studying or you're working on a group project, chances are you're going to be in there. And then to my right down here is what is known as the Engineering Arch. So the engineering school used to be down here. It's now up on North Campus, which we'll visit later. But this arch also has some strong traditions with it. It's said that if you are under that arch and you kiss someone at midnight, that you will eventually marry that person. So keep that in mind as a good or bad thing if you're walking with anyone in the Diag. So now we're all the way on the other side of the Diag, so across the street, and all the way over there is where we just were on the Diag. So this is the bell tower I was talking about earlier. So this is where students would run if they were trying to break the Blue Book curse. So here now that you can hear a lot of music students playing the bells, really cool music. It also lights up maize and blue at night, which is really cool. And there's actually some classes in the bell tower, so you could be lucky enough to actually go in and have a class there. On the other side of this area, we have this fountain. Unfortunately, it does close for the winter, and that's where we are right now. Students are on winter break. You might notice it's a little quiet around here. But this fountain has also a lot of traditions with it. So when students are here for orientation, they will get in the fountain and walk to my left towards the Diag, towards where they're going to study and do a lot of their learning. And then at graduation, students will get back in the fountain and walk this way towards the Rackham Graduate Building, on to better things and possibly on to graduate school. So we've now worked our way around the other side of the Diag. So for your reference, where we just were in the Diag earlier was on the opposite side of that big white building. That's actually Angel Hall with all the columns. On the opposite side of that, connected, is Mason Hall, where we just were. And then you also behind me have the Art Museum and the History Museum, and then you can see that big red statue spells art. It's supposed to, any way you look at it from wherever you're looking, spell art. So if you want to pause the video and try to figure that out. And then behind, or in front of me, now behind me, we have the Michigan Union, which is another hub of activity on campus. So it's actually under construction right now, unfortunately. It's going to be opening very soon when you're seeing this, or it might already be open. They're redoing the entire inside to make it modern and very nice. But inside they have resources for student organizations. There's a lot of restaurants, places to study and hang out. I actually worked here when I was a student, so I'm very excited to see what it looks like after. But it is, like the Diag, one of the main hubs for students here. So here we are at the Law Quad. Over to my left and across the street is where we just were at the Michigan Union, and then behind us across the street is the Diag, where we were earlier. We're just behind the libraries. So here is obviously where all of the law students here go to classes, and all of these buildings around me. This quad is also a very popular spot for graduation photos in the spring. It's very beautiful. Also a fun fact, so if you kind of look around at the buildings, so this was almost a filming location for the Harry Potter series. You'll notice it kind of looks like Hogwarts a bit. In the reading room that's to my left, it looks a little bit like the Great Hall from Harry Potter. So if you're a fan and you're able to follow the rules of staying perfectly quiet, I would highly recommend studying there. So earlier I mentioned the engineering school, which used to be down on Central Campus in the Diag area where we were, but the school got too big. There's too many students, too many programs. The university started developing North Campus, which is where we are now. So just a quick drive, or about a 20 or 15-minute bus ride from the Diag or Central Campus where we were. You can take a blue bus, which is the free transportation that the university offers, and you can come up here to North Campus. So this is where the engineering school is, it's where the art school is, stamps, and the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. So if you are studying those subjects, you will spend a lot of time up here. So here we're in the Diag area of the North Campus. So behind me is Lurie Bell Tower. So another bell tower like the one that we saw on Central Campus. During Halloween, they have a haunted bell tower. It's very fun. And then around me, you'll see a lot of school buildings. Back that way is the Duderstadt Library, affectionately called the Dude. And then behind me, you'll see they have a volleyball net. They have some swings. And this part of campus was actually specifically designed to help students run into each other and communicate and meet. So if you're up here walking along these sidewalks, you'll bound to meet a lot of friends or see a lot of your classmates. And of course, we had to end the tour here at the Big House Stadium, the football stadium here. It is the largest stadium in the United States, the second largest in the world. So if you are going to be a student here, if you're passing through, I'd highly recommend going to a game here with 110,000 other people. It's an incredible experience, so I hope you enjoyed this tour, and go Blue!